from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more high. So baby, let's orbit tonight. We gon' make you move from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more. So baby, let's orbit tonight. Let me get
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Mini RPG of the Week. It has been a little while since I've done one of these, and I'm looking forward to this evening's. We are joined this evening by none other than tonight's mapper themselves, Black Pulse. Welcome.
Hey, hello everyone. Surprise. Yeah, I'm frozen.
The Black Pulse has just frozen in place, and we'll hold that pose for the entire broadcast. I've got a promise. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. I don't know what we're allowed to. I think it's already been revealed, right? I mean, yes, it has. All the Welsh people are already here. Very special edition of Mini RPG of the Week tonight, as we are combining with another tournament.
Yeah, exactly. And they might be aware, but I don't think they've seen the map already, right?
No, this is their first time seeing the map. This is going to be Cup on Cymru, the Welsh National Championship, organised by Thomas, aka Sai, among a host of other people I assume are also involved behind the scenes as well. And they're doing a mini RPG map for the tournament as well. I mean, Black Pulse, you'll have to tell us how mini RPG this map gets, but pretty exciting as well.
Yeah.
We'll see how the players take to it.
Yeah, I promise you it will be exciting. I mean, you kind of seen some of my maps, right?
I have,
yeah. You might be on the... Well, how to say that? Like, you have to be focused, all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Well, it's usually like that, but...
I mean, like for mini RPG, I think more than any other style, right? Like it's you really do have to pay attention. There's a lot of places where you competition map, you clip and you're gonna lose the round. Mini RPG, you're gonna look real embarrassing if you crash, right? Because like you will disappear.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't hit a wall and continue your route. Sometimes you fly to the air and have no other choice to respawn.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be super exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I mean, obviously we don't really want to spoil the map, and we're going to have 15 minutes of discovery to go through it anyway. But yeah, I mean, how would you pitch the difficulty of this map? Would you say it was kind of easier? Is it harder than a typical? Let's compare it to a normal mini RPG of the week map, maybe.
I mean, I haven't played them that much recently. Sadly, it's been a while that I had a break of Trackmania. So I'm back at it slowly, and I played last time, and I feel like it's like a bit harder than the one from last week. Okay. But we'll see. I often like to put safe ways on my maps. You often have the choice to go slow. That's the concept of safe way, but I often put like multiple in my maps, or other ways to go through a trick without risking it that much.
Yeah, I mean, the things that are very exciting for mini RPG of the week, but potentially, I mean, hopefully, I guess we'll see how well the map is built. Black Pulse, will they get used in competition as well? Loading. Hang on, we're gonna go into game in a second here. Oh, I'm gonna do it. We're going in. Ooh, a lot of grass, a lot of hill. The rolling hills of Wales. Is that the theme we're going for here?
The Wales landscape, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mountains, and I'm pretty sure I've seen cars driving like this on the Welsh roads as well.
Probably,
yeah. I do.
Yeah, I tried to stay in the theme. I did search like some pictures of the landscapes, so it's not exactly the same, but we are in the theme.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hang on. I need to find one of the Welsh players to jump on board with, because I was on board with Twiggy, and then it's gone poorly. Okay, it's all moving around. Listen, we'll look at the map properly in a second. Do you know what I'll do? I'm going to switch to player. I'm switching to player. Which way do I get? Where's the GPS? I found it. Okay. I found the GPS. We're on board with the GPS. Yeah, I'm very good at what I do, I swear. I like the theming.
Okay, so you have to pay attention to one trick in particular. You'll see it when it arrives. I mean.
Okay.
For now, as you can see, we have some transitional, like, bumpy stuff, as I like to do, and we are approaching the infamous part. Yeah.
That's... Oh boy. Yeah, that is, I think, a trick that's gonna... I can see that causing some problems. Why ice? I gotta ask, why ice for the setup for that trick?
Listen, it's the trajectory is like read diagonal. Usually when you have barrels on, how do you say, the road basic surface, I forgot, like concrete.
Just road, the concrete.
Yeah, you don't have that much. Your car doesn't spin that much if you go really diagonal. Usually, to spin it very well, you have to go vertically. So putting height there allows you to flip entirely during the whole jump and land on your wheels over there.
Yeah. Okay.
On top of the.
I can see that is going to cause some problems for players in rounds.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's made for it.
Yeah, that is the point. Yeah, I mean the rest of it, yeah, like as you said, very transitional heavy map. At a guess, I think unfortunately probably none of the Welsh players are going to win today. It does feel like a map that Scandir, as often happens, is going to do quite well on, right?
As always.
As always, but you know, I mean, you give Scandir, yeah, it's RPG, but I always feel like if you give Scandir like transitional maps in general, specifically transitional more than any other style, like the ability to kind of minimize airtime, he does so well on those.
Yeah, exactly. He's really good at adapting his car on any surface.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have hope for some Welsh players.
Yeah, fingers crossed. At least one of them does well.
Are they used to RPG in general?
I don't think so. I mean, look, we have Babs in here, who's definitely played at least a couple of mini RPGs in the past, right?
Yeah.
He's an honorary Welshman for the purposes of this tournament, as he drives backwards into the GPS, so I guess we might as well watch that again. Yeah, I mean, there's a few players... I don't know who's the best at the Welsh players at mini RPG. There's Lawnmow, who's not Welsh, right?
What? Sorry. We might discover who's the best at RPG tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lawnmow is Welsh, but I don't think he's here. You know Lawnmow, mini RPG player.
Yeah. The name speaks to me.
Maybe he's gonna play this tournament now that he's seen mini RPG in it. Maybe this is how we lure him in.
We hope.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Hope to see him.
How good is this GPS time-wise, do you think, by the way? 58.7? Like, is that, are we expecting to see it go much lower than that?
It's pretty good, but I expect like a world record or around like without any cuts or weird stuff. Probably we can go as low as 56 or maybe 55. I don't know. Like I took the tricks correctly, even though in the GPS my the huge barrel is a bit high. We can really grid and take it very low. But if you fail, you have to. You can recover. There is a small ledge just below.
Yeah.
But I expect in rounds, let's say a minute or below, will be really good runs.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say 59.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it's very fun watching a mini RPG of the week and knowing that, like, the players are going to have to learn how to push this one. I mean, a lot of the time with mini RPG of the week, there's players who go back and they hunt the world record a little bit afterwards anyway. But, like, this one, the fact that it's a competition map, like, it is absolutely going to get really pushed.
My GPS run will be crushed. I tell you that.
Probably. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I found myself being quite rusty at the game when trying to validate the map.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I needed to get back to mapping, but also to playing. I can't even do a GPS for my map.
Yeah. It's
so a lot of hours went into it, just so you know.
Getting a nice clean run out of it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still not satisfied.
Yeah. Ooh. I am watching. I mean, Babs. I'm on board with Babs still at the moment, and watching him go for that big the ice. I get. What are we calling it? Like the ice side jump. What did you call it? The barrel roll.
I'm used to call barrel jump.
Yeah, like going into that ice barrel. He definitely he wasn't carrying a lot of speed, but he still looked pretty clean going through it. Right. Like it's definitely
you can
makeable
take it really high.
Angle, right. Yeah. Exactly. But as you say, like there's also then plenty of room to risk. So those sections leading up to it as well, I think are going to be very exciting to watch because players need to figure out how much they can risk at different speeds as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. And as I said, I like to put a lot of safe ways. And let's say for the ice barrel, you can. I usually like when my tricks, you have different ways to take them, and you can take it even if you don't have the perfect speed. For example, in that ice barrel, you can go really high, and that allows you to keep getting it. And
I'm on board with a Kroos at the moment, who I think is doing something that I don't know. It doesn't look intended. Where he's going.
We'll have to blame Thomas for this one.
See, he's not well set up for the follow-up jump then, but if he can find an angle through here, I mean, he's keeping grip a very long time, right?
We might have seen that line during the testing, and from my personal test, I think it might be, if you take everything really well, slightly faster, but it's way more riskier, you know. Because if you have good speed, then for the dirt uphill, you are forced to release a bit, otherwise you have airtime, and you can do the transition. So you see, you have to adapt. You even have to release a bit to keep the grip, so which adds a lot more difficulty.
Yeah.
So I was curious what will the players during the mini RPG of the week will do. So let's see if anyone's tried that line during the rounds.
I mean, it's super interesting to see what they do tonight, right? First of all, and then seeing what they settle on after a little bit more practice as well. Because as you say, like, maybe possible to get a little bit faster with that line, but it's way higher risk. And so maybe not rounds viable tonight, but is it rounds viable in a few weeks' time when they're, you know, playing qualifiers or playing in the tournament?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not sure, but I mean, during the... once the map are revealed, we might be able to have some feedback from the players, so I don't know if it will be 100% like it is now for the cup, but it will be like a decision for Thomas to see. Also, we'll see if, like, we see everyone doing that line. Maybe we'll see how things go for the cup. But it was originally not meant to be.
Like at the moment it looks like potentially it could be an interesting option for players, but you're right, like if everyone starts going for it and it's just deciding rounds and it's too like it's just a little bit inconsistent in a way that's not fun, then like
it's
maybe
really hard to get it correctly.
Exactly.
It's many tests.
I get. We'll wait and see. I mean, the Crow's still going for it at the start here, but I mean, the issue being you can also fall off the inside there, right? Like you definitely need.
Yeah,
to
you can keep also here.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
And
like
you see, if you
doing it a little bit more of like going outside the poles instead of going through the poles seems to be slightly more consistent for it.
But the difficulty also that you might not be aware of if you don't drive it. It like. You see, right after the two thin poles, the block is curved downwards, and you get airtime also there. Before the big jump, you have a small jump, so you have to see how your car... I mean, you understand what I mean?
I do, So like your car...
It's an additional layer additional layer of difficulty.
Yeah, like Kroos was definitely, even if he wasn't fully jumping at times, like, you know, the car is so light on its wheels that it is sliding a little bit just before the jump as well. Then I can see that causing, as you say, the extra difficulty in it too. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this.
Bro is determined. How to say that? He's like willing to train that line. It's crazy, you know.
I'm reminded of watching a lot of C-Phil on older mini RPG of the weeks, you know, spending his entire 15 minutes just looking to break the map, and then sometimes it worked and he won the competition, and sometimes it did not work at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very fun. Anyway, I mean, obviously this is way better than the dock map so far. Don't know what that dock map was. Kind of... bit awkward. I do think just based on where these two maps have been played, you are probably going to get a lot better feedback, much nicer feedback on your map than Doc. Doc is about to get roasted on Reddit, and you're going to get praised in the Mini RPG of the Week Discord, you know?
I mean, it goes along the fact that in Cup of the Day you had a lot of more, let's say, casuals. So
yeah.
The more people play your map, the more every level people play your map, the more bad negative feedback you're going to get, but you have to also how to say that, like, take into account that the player levels Yeah.
No, it's true.
Maybe.
It is going to be interesting. I mean, hey, look, ultimately, who cares about them? This is about the Welsh Tournament Cup on Cymru, a name that I'm definitely pronouncing 100% correctly, no doubt in my mind. I didn't even look at what's the name of this map. Go Wild. That's, hey, you know what?
Yeah,
I like it, Black Pulse. That is very easy to pronounce in English.
Nice. Yeah. I never heard the cup's pronunciation actually before you just did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I was not the first to say it.
Yeah.
Also, I already forgot. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I mean, it's a strange language where, you know, sometimes things that don't look like vowels are vowels. Like W becomes a vowel, and you're just kind of like, what the hell's going on here, guys? Why would you do it like this?
Yeah. Is it Cupan Cymru?
I think it's just cup on Cymru.
Cupan.
So
okay.
like cup of tea, cup on.
Okay.
Cymru. I think, but listen, I'm not Welsh, and so if I'm getting it wrong, someone will tell me. Coupon. Coupon Cymru, maybe.
Oh. And we already see Scandir taking a world record with a 57, so already below my GPS that I try-harded for hours.
Yeah, but hey, on the bright side, he is a full second ahead of anyone else, so it's not like anyone else is that close to it.
Yeah, but it's once again ahead of me too, with 10 minutes on the map, bro.
He is terrifying. It's very scary. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I suppose while we're here watching Thomas's Welsh tournament, I should probably shill for Thomas's other venture as well. The podcast, Keeping Track. Because it was really interesting talking to, for example, Morpeo. Oh, there's a Scandir episode as well, but I did the episode with Morpeo a little while back as well. And, I was kind of asking him, like, what's the longest you would ever be willing to kind of spend on discovery on a track? Talking more about, like, RPG proper than just mini RPG. And he was like, well, I don't know. Because, like, I've never really had to spend more than an hour or maybe two discovering a map. Because it's just... the skill level is high enough that it's never going to be a problem like that. The map would have to be like outrageously big, like couple of hundred checkpoints for it to be longer than that.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I only hear a challenge for me,
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta try and create a map that's... I mean, the other option is, you do no checkpoints and it's deep dip, right? But like, that's not RPG at that point.
I only hear a challenge, but I also only remember that it's not possible in the editor.
Yes,
also
it's true.
Not possible.
I guess you have to do like... You cheat, and you're like, here's a 5-map map pack, and look, I swear, they're all the same map, That'd be interesting. Like, I mean, it's kind of more of a speed running thing than I guess an individual map thing. You're saying who has the best combined world record on this campaign, but like, yeah, that kind of does defeat the purpose a little bit.
Yeah.
Be cool.
And usually good players like Morpeo or Hazard, they usually use a lot of cap 7ing.
Yes.
Their experience with discovering RPG is not the same as us RPG casuals. We enjoy finding our way, trying stuff, discovering the correct route as the match is starting.
Yep.
But for these players, they only see, okay, so what's the route I want to train it? I want to have a good time.
Yeah. So, do you know what else is a good time? Twiggy immediately DNFing round 1. That's very funny.
he wants to start in danger zone already.
Yeah, guaranteed
extra difficulty.
Zone. Absolutely. Well, we are underway. This is, of course, the Danger Zone knockout format. I don't remember what the name that was settled on actually is for that.
There wasn't any.
On Liquipedia. There's one. Hey, Liquipedia has one for it now, okay? Although also there is a season and a half of Mini RPG of the Week missing off Liquipedia, which I saw today.
Oh, yeah, also the name was created by the community itself by calling it Danger Zone.
That's true. We'll see. Anyway, with Danger Zone, we will be sending 16 players into the Danger Zone and eliminating 8 of them in the next round. How many of those 16 players are going to be Welsh players who simply don't know how to play mini RPG?
Let's see. We'll see next round. Yeah. For now, we'll see if some of them are in the Danger Zone for the next round already. Let's hope not so much. They will have to have to show off tonight.
Yeah, I do notice, for example, Jake, currently down in potentially the danger zone for the next round. He is still here alongside as well. Hang on. Oh, no, I've lost him. Nope, I don't know. I'm unable to find any. There he is. He's looking safe at this point. Has moved up into 76th place. We'll continue to move up the leaderboards as well. It looks like a lot of the Welsh community surviving round 1 at the very least, as long as, Jake can get across. Oh, hang on. No, 10-second timeout. Jake needs to nail the ending here. Doesn't have any last chances.
Yeah,
Is going to make it. Yeah, 5 seconds left and makes it across the line. Is going to be pretty safe. Yeah, and there are some players to whom the format is new.
Yeah, I've seen that. I did a little backsitting.
Hey, we appreciate it, This is a large danger zone.
Oh, shit. Indeed.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Best of luck to everyone. Do not DNF this round if you are in the danger zone, unless your name, I suppose, is Zederate, who's actually just here to spectate and is trying to do it. I forgot to set my Discord to streamer mode, so I apologize to everyone who is currently hearing that go off. It's my Discord, not yours. Don't worry about it.
Okay, go, Jake. We have some cheering in the chat.
Yeah, well,
let's see how we do.
Well, it's not going great right now.
I have a bit of delay.
yeah, but he's not in the danger zone, and so that's fine, right? He's doing okay.
Exactly.
He'll be okay in the next one. Twiggy, meanwhile, is having a good time of it, sitting up in around 30th at the moment, doing fine for the moment. I do see some players who we know in the danger zone. The Time Lost, playing for the Unity Club, as always, is doing okay. There is some other place on the map, obviously we spent... Oh! Weird lines going on. We spent a lot of time talking about the ice jump and also that kind of unintended route across the red platform as well, but... Definitely, the map is very open as well. I mean, obviously, you know that. You built it. But there are definitely kind of recovery lines and a lot of different lines you can take if your speed is different and survive the round at least.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I always like to think when I map. I don't like my maps being too punitive. Even though we can think of it being punitive because there are hard tricks. But you can adapt most of the situations you find yourself into.
Yeah.
Except for the ending.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello.
Terrifying. Thomas, we were just talking about how open the map is and how many recovery lines there are, not even in the kind of signposted recovery lines, but just everywhere on the map. You can kind of drive in a way to get through even with low speed.
Yeah, I think having played a lot of it, I've probably put in like 6 hours into this map playing it because it's been what I've been doing every evening. In testing.
Yeah.
I did more than myself.
I'm cool.
And so your PB is probably better than Scandir's 57.8, Thomas, then? Is that...
It's definitely... I mean, it's... let's just say I wouldn't be in the top 15.
Ooh.
And no, it's really cool to see the players playing it. And there's a lot of room for errors. I think, for instance, when you go through... so you've got this wobbly section. No one's done the route yet, Black Pulse, that I'm expecting, where you hook a right there.
So some guys have tried it during the discovery. We did watch Chris
practicing it during the discovery. He has been working on it.
Yeah, I did tell them about it. It'll be interesting to see if they figure it out.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, are you saying you told him it?
This ice... Yes, this ice
flip.
He's been handing out advice. That's cheating. Welsh advantage.
You can take that line. The secret line is faster.
Yeah. Ooh, what about this line? If you land on the red platform here out of your jump, it's lower. Is it faster? Probably not.
I like the absolute sending it approach that ice is giving in that mini bug slide.
Yes. Yeah, there is definitely some very interesting ones going on so far.
Anyway, I have to go. Thank you very much, Black Pulse, for putting this map together. I promise the players will love it eventually. And I promise to anyone watching, this is the end of your Cup and Cymru ruining your Trapmania evening. We only had the 2 maps as part of Cup of the Day and the RPG of the week.
That's right, it's every map this week is a Cup on Cymru map. In fact, we're just going to replay Doc's map tomorrow for Cup of the Day.
Right, peace out.
Jokes aside, I can't wait to see it played once the players have trained it. So,
yeah. Bye, Thomas. That was Thomas, event organizer and general malingerer, I'd say.
What was that word?
Malingerer. A relatively archaic English word, I feel. Let me look up a dictionary definition for you very quickly.
None for me yet.
Okay. Very entertainingly, the word malingerer, when you look up on Google, does just say a person who malingers. Which is deeply
internet.
Unhelpful. Thanks Internet. It means someone who pretends to be ill in order to escape duty or work.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
That's actually Thomas, right? He's been pretending his internet doesn't work for months to get out of, doing any production. It's messed up.
Yeah. You'd even ask mappers to do maps for his tournament.
Yeah, I didn't see him building any maps.
Yeah, it's your tournament.
Yeah. Hang on, we do have to highlight that, yes, Wales is in danger in this round. There are several Welsh players currently in that bottom 8, bottom 16. We're still in 16 players in danger zone right now. And they are having a time of it. I see Comrade Louis, I see Beamsy, I see Twiggy, who does have the British flag, but is English rather than Welsh. Is just here to support the tournament, But Twiggy doing pretty well of it so far. Twiggy has been in the danger zone a couple of times already, but has been setting solid times anyway.
He's surviving. Let's see if he looks to be in a correct position to survive this round too.
Yeah.
And even might be safe for the next one.
Yeah, hey, this is why this format was introduced, right? For players like Twiggy, who are inconsistently very fast.
I think he hit actually the end, but it's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah,
I was like,
he still made it inside. Hang on, Beamsy versus Jake. Is anyone else failing? Oh, I think Beamsy has been eliminated, 54th place, and that means Jake eliminated as well. It means Louis eliminated as well. This was a pretty brutal round for Wales.
Oh, did we lose three Wales players?
At least 3, possibly more. We'll see when the round ends here. I didn't actually see who they were. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Possibly Madman Ryan and Giblets, also Welsh. They have the UK flag because that's how it works, right? But yeah. Oof. Yeah, there goes Louis. There goes a few of the others. It's moving very quickly. Yeah, I think we lost. Oh, Giblets survived. For at least this round. So, okay. Nice. Yeah, you know what? We lost some Welsh players.
Yeah, some of them.
We kept some.
Oh, yeah, we lost some, we kept some.
And this round, no Welsh players in the danger zone. And our danger zone is down to 8 players, which means that the danger zone overlay actually works properly now as well. We can actually see properly who's in the danger zone. So, everything going well. We're down to 63 players. I didn't even see how many. We must have started with like 80 or 90 players tonight, right?
Yeah, it was between 80 and 90.
It's pretty good. I can definitely see, you were talking about the ice jump as one of the, it's the big trick on the map, right? It's the one that's going to stick out in people's minds. But that early jump, these early sections definitely, I would say almost in some ways more difficult, right? Because like with the ice one, even to a relatively new mini RPG player, it's pretty obvious what the line is, right? It's just an execution thing. But I think in these early parts, even just finding the line can be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, exactly. And as you said, you can, like when you do a huge jump, you can stop the car rotation, release, or
you
can prepare to your landing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas for the first transitions, there might be some that are, let's say, brutal.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the big time loss we're seeing from some players as well, because they kind of slightly fail something. Oh, Twiggy. But they slightly fail a transition, and then they keep going because they're like, I can do this, and then they just don't have the speed to actually make it any further, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's quite okay in this map. You don't have that much speed checks, but you will drive at a low speed for more time, let's say.
Yeah, well, it's also just, it's not pure speed, like the speed checks are there, but they're on the risky routes, right? And it's about knowing when you have the speed on those risky routes is definitely a skill thing as well. I'm watching Tomas try to make it to the finish turtle.
He made my map into a total trial map.
Yeah.
Will he manage to? No, it's over.
Unfortunately eliminated. Well, good effort.
Yeah, for these early transitions, like you can always clip or hit a road border or something and bonk instantly. Whereas as the barrel, you have time to prepare yourself.
Exactly, and it's one of the things that I talk about a lot with respawning when it comes to mini RPG. Which, you know, if you don't have the speed for an upcoming part, knowing and respawning instantly can be really important in mini RPG because, you know, you fall less far behind, you end up in a position to potentially at least recover if someone else makes a mistake. And it's the same on this map, you know, I mean, figuring out if you have the speed for a speed check, knowing when you need to go safe because you clipped earlier is going to be really important.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have the balls to respawn sometimes and like admit. Okay.
Sorry, I was on board with a cross, and he full-wristed on the ice jump, and it was necessary. I mean, there's a lot of Welsh players in the danger zone right now, and he overtook about 10 players in the ice jump alone. At the moment, it is a bit of a fight. A lot of Wales players at risk, but all of them do look to be in the top half at the moment. KJ, the one at risk, but Belarus is right in front of him. I mean, you can see catching him through these corners is not quite there. He's right behind his back wheels, looking to go more inside, is overtaking Belarus, but is less speed on the exit. If either of them fails, they're probably eliminated. KJ fails, and Bruce will make it through. That was an incredibly tight race for elimination all the way up to the line.
Yeah, and we have the 3 Wales player à la suite, comme on dit. How do we say that in English? Like following each other?
Yeah. All
in a row. Yeah.
Like baby ducks.
All in a row.
Following mother duck across up at the front.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not sure if we have a Wales player. Did you see his tag? Not sure if it's the same country.
It could be different. Yeah, I've heard of Wales. I've never heard of Wales.
Same colors, but
yeah.
Maybe,
he's fake flagging, fake clubbing. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Bruce is one of the Welsh players. He's just looking to confuse us. Don't let him throw you off, okay?
Also, I'm noticing something like in your stream title.
Yeah.
Your name tag and mine and the text are like the colors of the Wales flag.
You're god. And you know what? Like, that's a red that's a little bit closer to an orange, I would say, for your name. So it's also kind of the Irish colors. So we really married Wales and Ireland in this one, and also Italy, I guess. But who cares about them?
Yeah. I assume it was planned by you.
Yeah, because I was also definitely the one who updated the stream title and not.
Yeah, you invited me because I have a red.
Yeah.
You look for streamers that have a red nickname.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was the decision all along. I guess I should be watching because it's a close round again. Phobos is behind, but is not far behind Dam. Dam is going for the risky line at the end there. You can see up front. Babs in danger, is moving really slow compared to Phobos, but Phobos will clip at the end. And Dam failed the end. Failed just enough. Do you see that? That's a gap of less. That's 9 thousandths between them.
11 or 9? Wait.
I think it was 9 thousandths. It might have been 11, and unfortunately Dam immediately left the server, and so now we can't tell anymore.
It was really close.
That was really close.
Instant rage quit.
Yeah.
I can get it. That's less of a time difference, can be frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we had to respawn the last checkpoint, and then unfortunately just made the ending really fast, had a lot of speed. I guess epilepsy warning, by the way. Skyzen is currently breaking everything for us.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move us out of here. Just turn the camera away, and we're fine.
As a cross noticing the fake flagging in the chat.
Yeah. Well, also they do just like shouting woes at each other repeatedly. It's it's a bit of a tribal thing. Oh. It's very. They recognize each other. It's exciting for them. Very rare to get this many Welsh people in one place.
Yeah. Also, they are in their element, like with the landscape, so their true nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Itself.
Yeah, the mountains nearby, the dangerous driving.
Walls.
Yeah. They're having a great time. Well, we've had the full, half Wales danger zones. We have the near full Unity one. We have the current versus X mini RPG of the week admins facing off as well. Zederate versus Bayron.
And also Lewis, which is first actually of the danger zone. I thought it was in Unity too, but not sure then.
I think it was at
but
some
a
point.
But a lot of,
least,
like
right?
you said, yeah. But let's see, it's looking quite bad for Delaweed, who crashes. And we also have good players like Poker, Chomp. So, some of them might have to say goodbye tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see.
Bayron not beating the pre-prac allegations, 4th place when he's in the danger zone. Surely pre-prac.
Surely.
Ooh,
surely.
Oh, Poke struggling at the end here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Both him and Chomp very close together at the end there. Chomp nearly failing the end, but unfortunately for both of them, the 4 spots were already filled up anyway. Twitty's in 3rd. I mean, a very fast danger zone round, given that they had 3rd, 5th, and 10th with 49, 50 players remaining. That's a very, very scary danger zone. It's definitely been, I think, it's been an evening and a map in general where the danger zones have been very all over the place. I mean, we've seen a lot of rounds where someone in the danger zone gets top 5. Then there's people making mistakes, clipping and things like that a lot of the time, who are very good players.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of high and downs at any time. Like Morpio has been in the danger zone like 2 rounds ago, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's not a problem for him anymore. I don't see him in the danger zone right now. Yeah. Might have been a big mistake, but. And by the way, still have the top 2 local record.
Yeah, very quick. And he's
expecting a good performance for him.
Yeah, he's only a couple of tenths behind that local record from Scandia at the moment as well, so looking good. Twiggy is in the danger zone again and is moving very slowly, but is just in front of Geets, is no longer just in front of Geets. That was a full crash from Twiggy into the pole, so Geets looking safe, and Twiggy now in a little bit of danger, is looking for someone in front to make a mistake, but Twiggy is continuing, unfortunately, to make those mistakes. Is still in front of Phobos and Purple, which is important. If anyone makes a mistake in the danger zone in front of Twiggy, he will be the beneficiary, but I don't think anyone has. I don't think anyone will. I think Twiggy's going to be eliminated on this round, overtaken by Purple at the end anyway, and so it's unfortunately Twiggy out in this round. And Golio, second place in the round, by the way. As we're talking about scary danger zones, I mean, Golio is there, and Golio gets second, right?
A crazy time. And 07 to a fallen soldier, Twiggy.
R.I.P. Of course, I will be streaming World Tour with Twiggy this weekend. If anyone wants to stick around for that, it'll be this Saturday, this Sunday, as World Tour often is.
And I might. It's been a while since I haven't checked a World Tour or competition, Trackmania competition. So I've just seen the World Tour maps, and I think I don't want to miss it probably.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty.
Most
exciting.
Importantly, if you are casting.
Well, it's a great reason to drop by, isn't it? I mean, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be. I think Twiggy has been promising 2023 Trackmania Challenger League levels of casting from us, which is. Those were some strange casts at times, so it's going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Who do we have now in the danger zone? A lot of Wales and Unity players again.
It's happened again.
Yeah.
We've had the Wales round, we've had the Unity round, now we have the Wales and Unity round, and it does look like they're kind of
more than. There are more than 4, so we'll have to say at least goodbye to one of them. Let's see who's gonna survive or not. We have Yog, which is right at the danger zone. Let's see if he managed to.
Oh, Bayron's going slowly. Oh,
and he managed to snipe Goliath.
Yeah, Goliath fell off the beam at the end there, it looked like. So, Yog surviving. 3 Unity players and 1 Wales player survived. Bruce is the only one of the Welsh to be eliminated. And Goliath going out pretty early. I mean, Goliath, good player, This is a relatively early exit. Yeah,
we had to say goodbye to a good player, at least one this danger zone. It was Goliath, and also Bella Bruce, but he's from the Wolves again, so not
sure. Fake Welsh player.
I keep the joke running.
Yeah. True. Ooh, Firestorm is here and rocking the OK Boy club tag. And in the danger zone as well.
Yeah, Across too. Let's see how
the
he
Welsh
does.
players are surviving pretty well so far, you'd have to say. I mean, we've said goodbye to a few of them, but there are a couple of Welsh players left.
How many are them would you say, like, approximately?
Well, we have Across, we have technically Babs, again, fake Welsh player, but he does live in Wales at the moment, and so is allowed to play in this tournament. We have Tao Kai, obviously, whose name I hope I'm getting right, because I don't think I've ever said it out loud before. And currently Across is overtaking Tao Kai as well, but both of them are safe at the moment, but not very safe, because Serpfubs is right behind them.
Like, good pronunciation, yeah.
I think I nailed that.
It's pretty stacked, actually, only 2 seconds, which is still stacked for a mini RPG map.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have Jeets failing along with the chalk, so let's see who stays in.
Yeah.
Among Us is a few seconds behind.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, Among Us was at the end of the last round. Yeah, both the imposter and complaining about FPS drops at the end of the last round. So, hey, understandable, I guess, right?
Yeah. Also, we know that excuse doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
The FPS thing.
Yeah, exactly. No one else can use it. Among Us has already used it for tonight. Also, yeah, someone has pointed out in chat that the danger zone really did lock in that round. That was 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 7th for surviving the danger zone. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's what I like about this mode, you know? Like the fact that you are in danger and you don't know how players in the danger zone will perform at that round, and you don't have the choice to drive your best run. And it often brings insane runs for players that are in the danger zone, like we just saw. That's really cool to witness.
It's a mode I'm always surprised I haven't seen like other tournaments pick up as well, because like it's such a sick knockout format if you have like, you know, a large group of players, and it's just cool. You know, it'd be cool to see more tournaments using this format. Hey, Babs is in trouble.
That's because I was about to say that's because the tab UI has the MROTW brand on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but you know, I mean, listen, we're a nice community. I mean, I'm sure somebody would be willing to sort that out for you. This is once again a couple of Welsh players, Prox, and again fake Welshman Babs, and once again it is all of Unity in the danger zone fighting each other.
Yeah, like hand to hand. If one of us go to the danger zone, all of us go.
Yeah, I won't let you go alone, brother. It's dangerous down there. Either that or they all just really want to be the one to knock each other out, right?
Oh yeah, probably. Also, it's looking really bad for Babs. Might be out. Is actually last of the danger zone.
Oh, sushi!
Right now, and I managed to get the like quotes hard finish. Because have you seen that reactor ring?
Yeah.
You have to like fall right. And about that, I'm really surprised that a lot of people are not taking it. I was when I mapped, I was like, everyone will take the ring. It's, I mean, I haven't tried the safe way that much, and it's not what I was thinking. A lot of players are actually taking the safe way.
Yeah, I was noticing that as well, that absolutely, as you say, a lot of players taking the safe way, and it doesn't feel like the hardest trick on the map at all, you know, but it also
you just have to you just have to have a really wide turn, you know. You have to be far left on the road on the first transition and do a wide turn, and then you have the correct orientation. It's not that hard. You have just to prepare yourself and take that transition far left.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's just, you know, keep
the speed.
Consistent. But I guess the thing I've also seen is a lot of players not quite having enough speed, and they end up very low through the jump, and then it's actually quite slow. Even though they make it, you know, they're not actually carrying a lot of speed through it, as Firestorm is not making this jump. He did just about survive, but he's going to fall a long way.
As we have Tweedies and Tokay again in danger zone. Let's see if they manage to catch up. Let's see, for Tokay, he's like 11 seconds behind. Might be hard for him unless we have 2 fails or more in front of him. and Tweedy is just at the how to say that is
right on the brink.
Is like right on the brink,
on the edge, but he's going to survive.
Excuse me. He makes it.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Twitty's luckily the players right behind Twitty's kept crashing, so like was on the edge of elimination, but also was about like 5 seconds clear from elimination at some point as well.
Yeah.
But
also something good about the scenery, like what I wanted to have a feel like if like Red Bull created some track around some hills and cliffs, you know, that was the thing I had in mind for the scenery. I don't know if you had that kind of vibe, like you have some mountains and some wood platforms built around it.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I see the vision. It's definitely, I mean, the first thing I said when we loaded in was like the hills and the mountains, right? It definitely is giving the vibe. It's nice. It's a style of map decoration that I do really like, of just like feeling a little bit more natural. You know, I mean, obviously the path and the route is nothing you would ever see in real life for a racing track or anything. I know,
you never
right?
know.
Crazy. You never know. I mean, hey, one day. I've always said my dream for Formula 1 is
nice barrel.
Yeah, nice barrel. Yeah, I've always said my dream for Formula 1 is like racing format where it's driverless cars, so they can go like absolutely nuts with the like aerodynamics of the cars. Like, can you imagine? Because the cars are going so fast that like if you had a driverless car, I feel like you could like invert the downforce on corners into like upforce and literally like bank the car around a corner like a fighter jet. You know. But like
that would be crazy.
It'd be crazy. You wouldn't want to try it with a human driver in the car, but if it's a driverless car, I think you could pull something sick off, you know?
Yeah, as Zedorate just saved himself because someone failed in front of him. He was in the danger zone, so...
Yeah, I think Habit and Jozo both failed at the ending there, unfortunately. So yeah, Zedorate survives.
But also Habit, Jozo, and Daragen, good players too, so...
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of, you know, the really dangerous danger zones continuing, I believe danger zone that round was first and second. So it was always going to be a little bit difficult to survive that round. 7th place for Zedorate as well was the last safe place for danger zone. But it is
and we have Scandir in the danger zone.
We have Scandir. What's Scandir's club tag at the moment? I don't. It's new.
Yeah, exactly. Down. I don't know.
Yeah. Does he have a new team for World Tour? Maybe.
Yeah. It would be surprising if he doesn't manage to survive though. Let's see. We have Bayron. He's quite stacked for now. Unless for Prox, who failed, another Wales player.
Yeah.
Sadly.
We are starting to lose them.
Yeah. Also Vortex, good player who just DNF. So.
Yeah.
Prox can hope that 2 players completely fail. Before the end.
Well, there is 2 players completely failing right before the end. I believe both Natus and Petrus did fail. Natus has slowed down, so Prox, he might have a chance to get at least a little bit closer.
Might have failed too, no?
That'll happen. Oh, Natus has just completely failed again. Now, Natus is outside the top. Zenka is failing the end, but has made it through. Bayron has failed, but made it through, but ends up behind Petrus, having to respawn the end. It got spicy at the end there. And meanwhile, you know, Scandir was in the danger zone and 16 thousandths behind first place. So,
yeah, we have to say goodbye to Bayron.
Yeah. We do have to say goodbye to Bayron, finally, who survived a lot of... How many danger zones was Bayron in? 4 danger zones total, as well as Prox. Both of them managing to survive for a long time. That's the highest number of danger zones anyone has survived so far. But Akros is back in the danger zone. Akros is now in his 4th danger zone, looking to survive it, potentially. I mean, Akros is a very good player, and Burple has DNF'd already. Ben has just bounced completely out, but Akros has also respawned. So he is about a second down.
As we also have only 4 players in the danger zone right now, so it might be more difficult. You have, I mean, it depends, but you have less chance of players to fail.
Yeah,
since you have less players. So.
You say that, but Akros was about 2 seconds down, but is overtaking Ben through this section as well. Ben went for the safe route, and that 2 second gap is now turned into about a 1.5 lead. It looks like through his checkpoints. Yeah. Ben full crashes as well, so I'm going to jump on board with Akros, and we'll see if Akros can survive to the finish line now, because that's all he needs to do.
He should save it. That's what he's doing. And not fail the end beam. It's a fail.
He's fine.
Ben is too far behind.
Yeah, he does.
And Akros will stay in.
And Akros will stay in. Now, here's the unfair thing that's going on right now, Black Pulse. As we were both sitting in the call with all of the Welsh players during Cup of the Day as well, and they were already starting call-outs when they were doing Cup of the Day. You have to imagine they've got the call-outs going for Mini RPG of the Week as well. You know, Akros has at least 3 people in his ear in that round going like, safe, safe, safe.
You're right. I haven't thought of that. Yeah. Definitely some little advantages.
Yeah. It's got to be the most strategically well-executed mini RPG of the week ever for the Welsh players.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. We never saw that much competition level in the mini RPG of the week yet.
Yeah, never happened before. Will probably never happen again, but we do have another Welsh player back in it. And the call right now is definitely going to be risk a little bit, because Softy D is right behind Twitties and in fact overtakes Twitties, who didn't have the best landing off that jump, losing a little bit of speed, but good speed through this section, gaining back on Softy D at the moment. Petrus, though, is still here and still in the mix, as Twitties with an awkward landing overtaken by Petrus through that jump, who is now trying to chase down Softy D. Willox is up in front of this group of 4. Softy D taking the safe way through there, and they are good. Petrus is going to go for the risky line in front of Softy D now. Needs to survive, falls off the beam, and Softy D gets through as Petrus had all the speed in the world and just couldn't hold it.
And 6, 8, 9 again. You seem like with not even a tenth different, I think, around.
Oh, Softy D. I mean, this is what we were talking about earlier as well, right? The difference between that risky line at the end. And I mean, I guess we were kind of talking about it more about whether the players can even make it through the ring. But a lot of the risk then comes to, if you have the reactor, you're so much faster on that beam. You get less time to react as well, right? And that's exactly what happened to Petrus in that last round, you know? Needed to go for the overtake, I think, and did go for the overtake, but unfortunately just wasn't able to hold all the speed.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it can, like, how to say that? Sometimes your car fully crashes if you fail the beam, but sometimes you manage to go through it. You kind of have to pray if you're not correctly aligned.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be quite surprising.
Yeah, because Petrus we saw crashed and then disappeared underneath the beam somewhere. But we've seen plenty of players kind of like clip, and then we've seen at least one player like finish backwards because the reactor boost is still going and they kind of jump backwards over the line.
Also, some stuff that happened to some players and me a lot during my validation was like you clip the corner at the end of the beam and your car take a diagonal and you hit the finish.
Oh, hang on, speed! What a snipe by Zederate on Lucius.
I thought that it was an unequal, you know, but...
Yeah, it was really close. I mean, look, ultimately Elves did fail the beam in front of both of them, and so both of them did survive, so it wasn't quite as dramatic as it could have been. But that was very nearly a snipe to stay alive, and it was a really clean snipe. I mean, that's what happens when it goes right for you, right? When you go for the risk, you have so much more speed at the end there.
As it could have been... Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, listen, that's what we're here for on the broadcast, is to make terrible jokes.
That's my motto in life.
Yeah, the contribution.
I can try to cast this round. Maybe?
Go for it. Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to stay on board with whoever is in the elimination for the danger zone.
Exactly, okay. So we have Zederate and Twitties, while neck and neck, basically with less than a second difference from the 2 players in front. Now Zederate is has clipped the side of the road. Let's see if he managed to go faster and catch up Twitties. Only a few tenths difference between the players, and I think Hayom is a second far behind. But let's see how the end goes for the players. Hayom managed to catch his loose at the last moment, and Twitties sadly will have to be eliminated.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate for Luces, who crashed at the ending on the beam and got caught then by both Zederate and Hyom. And Hyom was leading the entire round of the danger zone up until kind of the second last checkpoint, unfortunately crashed. Yeah, that was a pretty close danger zone again, and we are now down out of the group of 4 into the 1v1s, and this is a brutal 1v1 to start with.
This is a brutal 1v1. Yeah, oh my God. It's gonna be stacked up. The 2 players are already in front. Let's see if they manage to keep the pace. And almost wheel to wheel the players. Let's see how they approach the ice barrel. Let's see who's gonna go the lowest.
Ooh,
it's ice. It's I haven't seen Morpeo.
Yeah, Morpeo completely caught up on that jump. Went way lower than Ice did on the jump, and went from about half a second down to just behind.
And Morpeo touched the side of the road, is now behind Ice. Oh, it's gonna be difficult for Morpeo unless you have a better end, and it's a fail, sadly. I think Ice just has to reach the finish. Let's see if he manages to go right on the beam, and he secures his place. Yeah, and we have to say goodbye to Morpeo.
Morpeo out in 8th place already is a little bit tough. Of course, this is still the Cup on Cymru map, so we should still pay a little bit of attention to the Welsh players. The only Welsh player remaining is Akros, who has managed to avoid the danger zone for another round as well. Very exciting.
Yeah. Also, Ice had the... Have you seen the second 57 time on the map?
Yeah. Ooh.
Paid attention to it.
Yeah.
The only 2 players. And now, who do we have in the zone? Zederate and Golio.
Zederate, both of whom have already crashed. But Golio's crash does look to have been a lot worse than Zederate's. But they are pretty close together. It's not a huge gap between the 2. So we'll see there. About a second, which, as you said earlier,
Golio
kind of nothing. Yeah.
Yes, Zederate is now in front. Let's see for the ice barrel. It goes quite nicely for Zederate, a bit high, but it doesn't have to risk that much. He's a second ahead, but Golio can manage to catch him. Yeah. Let's see if the transition part goes well for the players.
Golio is risking so hard, but he's not really gaining that much. It feels like, he's driving right on the edge of what's possible and kind of doing a big jump there for Zederate, though, and that'll bring Golio all the way back in speed. Golio! You could see the hesitation trying to decide. There's still a chance. If Zederate fails, the beam here up in front does not, and makes it through cleanly and does it. You could see the decision for Golio on that last checkpoint. Was he going to go left and take the safe path, or was he going to try for the jump? The car wobbled as he tried to decide and ultimately tried for the jump and just lost a little bit of speed because he didn't quite have enough to make it cleanly.
Yeah. He could have been in if Zederate maybe failed the fin with that small risk. But yeah, unfortunate for him.
Definitely a little bit unfortunate. Now, no rest for Zederate, who's straight back into it. This time against our last Welsh player, Akros, looking to survive this round. But it's a good start for Zederate. Akros just a little bit behind.
As we, again, in the ice barrel, Zederate takes it correctly, and Akros 2 still just behind Zederate. And the transition, Akros clips the edge of and can't make the jump. We'll have to respawn. So Zederate, again, God is with his side, by his side.
The power of God and anime on his side. That's big crash from Ice.
We have to not fail the finish, though. Let's see. He has to not fail the finish. He could go wrong. Okay.
Nah, he's good. He's been looking good. I mean, Zederate surviving these rounds, opponents crashing for him, sure, but that round especially was pretty clean for Zederate ultimately. Still a very solid time to come second in the round. So, unfortunately, our last Welsh player is out, and that is the last we will see of the Welsh on this track until qualifiers, which are happening in a week or two's time. I should know the dates, but I don't. I'm sure other people do, and it'll be fine. We'll see it when we see them. Ice and Scandir, by the way, is our danger zone this time around.
We have a rematch. Let's do it. So... a good start for both players for now. Ice a little behind, but
I mean that section from Scandir was so clean.
Yeah, is a bit high. Ice catch up just a bit, so let's see how they take the ice barrel. Quite low for Ice.
Oh, it's too low. It's way too low. He tried.
He has to save. He can recover.
Yeah.
Yeah. He recovers. We'll have to
still okay.
Oh.
Just need to see if Scandir crashes. Which, look, if I'm being honest with you, Black Pulse, I do think
it's over.
the odds of Scandir crashing when he has this big of an advantage, when he has 6 seconds to play with, it feels slim.
Do not worry, I was on ice POV and
it's still
14 seconds.
Yeah.
No, it's over.
Yeah, it's still not going well back there for us.
57 again.
Yeah, a 57-7. Yeah, 3/10 off his own PB on the map. Yeah.
You don't want to be in danger against Scandir, bro.
No, he just kind of turns it on sometimes. I will say, I think like the part of the map for me that impressed me most was that transition up off the kind of grass verge, that little jump, because we've definitely seen people failing it and stuff, but Scandir got such a load. He got like nose down off that transition. Got like a really early landing. And that, I haven't seen many people get that as cleanly as we saw Scandir get it in the last round.
Yeah, now it's 0-8 again. We managed to survive another round. He must have a high count of danger zone, right?
He definitely does.
9.
And I will say as well, we saw Hayam at the end of that last round complaining about the ending, and Zederate, he's been doing pretty well on that final beam. He's looked very comfortable on it from a lot of the players we've seen. So even if he's behind all the way through this map, there's a chance.
Come on, Zeto. Yeah, come on. He saved the big jump, but will it be enough to catch? You have to pray for a fail from Hayom, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see for the ending. Will Hayom take the hard finish? It's looking like he will. Small but it's okay. You have the speed. Yeah, we managed to go straight on a beam, and sadly, 0-8 is behind. And what a great performance for him, honestly.
9 danger zones is absurd.
It's crazy.
That's to survive 9 danger zones, I think, is one of the highest I've ever seen in Mini RPG of the Week. I do think the record is somewhere in the double digits, but 9 is incredibly high. And
I have a suggestion. I will cast this round and you cast the final one, okay?
Absolutely.
As we have Softy D and Hayom, who was also in the danger zone and managed to survive. Oh, it's looking... Softy takes a really inside line and sadly clips. Ooh. Oh, looks like he's recovering. Not that much of a time loss. As the 2 players are approaching the ice barrel. Let's see, it's looking really low for Hayom. Oh, he clips but managed to keep the road. And Softy is now right in front of... Right, let's say... Oh. Hayom has a little more speed as we approach that U-turn part, and a really tricky following part where you have to keep grip on the concrete bump like that. And the 2 players are quite close of each other. All is gonna play on the end. The 2 players managed to catch the reactor and the beam, and it's going perfect for Hayom, who managed to be first.
Yeah,
and Softy has to be eliminated.
Unfortunate for Softy to be eliminated. That was actually a really impressive round from both players. Both of them making small mistakes and managing to recover was really, really cool. So it comes down to this. It is the German flag versus the sideways German flag. It is Hayam versus Scandir. And we'll see. I mean, look, it's a difficult position to be in any time when you have to go up against Scandir and beat him in one round. But at the moment, Hayam is right alongside, wheel to wheel with Scandir. And Hayam's pace has been there as well. At the moment,
he's in front actually.
He's still ahead. It will come down a lot to this. Scandir is too low. Scandir is too low. Hayam has survived fully. Scandir now is behind, has recovered, but is a second and a half down. So we're going to go on board with Hayam because now all the pressure is on. You have the chance to beat Scandir in Mini RPG of the Week in the finals. And you just need to not throw it all away. Decent transition from Hayam, going very slowly. I don't know if you can risk that. Just about has enough speed for the jump. Needs to just survive the finish. Now Scandir has crashed more in the background. Hayam crosses the line in first. And it's a time of 57-6. Incredible pace from Hayam in the final round. Well-deserved win as it stands.
Well-deserved, like you said. He pulled an insane run at the last for the last round against Scandir, and even if Scandir haven't failed, like it will be really close, and he might even got him on by pace. So really, really amazing performance by Hayom, and congrats to him.
Yeah, like you say, I mean, it's one thing to beat Scandir when he crashes, but I think, you know, as you say, the pace for Hyam was there as well anyway. That was incredibly quick, frankly, and it would have been a very exciting round if Scandir hadn't crashed. But Scandir did crash. Hyam comes away the deserved winner of Mini RPG of the Week, Season 5, Edition 19. Is that correct? I think that's right. Are we in Season 5 or in Season 6?
I won't be able to tell you. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe Baron can
it's Season 6.
confirm in the chat.
Listen, all I'm saying is our Twitch title is wrong. It is Season 6. We're going to blame the mod who did that. It was BMX.
Yeah.
Fake fan,
BMX.
skill issue. Hey, that was really fun. Black Pulse, thank you very much for building the map. Yeah. I mean, it was a super fun map to watch. I really, really enjoyed that edition.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to get back to mapping a bit, and I'm quite happy with how this one turned out, and really happy too that players seems to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So and
absolutely.
also very cool for you to invite me.
I was going to say thank you for joining the cast as well. It was super fun to have you on. Hopefully we'll get more casting out of you in future as well. Even if you haven't built the map, it'd still be fun to have you on, I'm sure.
All right, that sounds really good. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm getting better and better.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, this was one of the maps for Cup on Cymru, a name that I'm getting better at pronouncing, I'm sure, which will be happening in a few weeks' time. The event itself happening on the 21st of June, so, well, just over a month away at this point. The players now will have time to go away, practice these maps, and then play in the qualifiers on the 7th of June, looking to qualify to the live finals. This is a LAN event, but the broadcast will be happening online. You will be able to watch it, I believe, right here on this very channel, or the BITM channel. I don't remember which we did last time. It's probably the BITM channel, now that I think about it. Either way, thank you very much for joining us for Mini RPG of the Week this week, and we'll see you all at some point in the future. Maybe back here this very weekend for the World Tour, maybe when the Cup on Cymru broadcast does come around. Either way, see you later. Have a good one. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye, thanks for watching.